be Pascal. I'd rather it be at 300 or like I don't know, like 280 or 290 or something like that. Even though I don't think they'd release it at 290.
Could the hardware, because people like to compare, flops.
Yeah,
They like to compare the teraflops.
It's like cars. It's like, look, I got 800 horsepower. I got a bigger dick than you. Oh, look, I got 9,000 horsepower.
I think for some people that will be important, but I don't think for the majority, like as long as you like the new Zelda, it looks pretty.
Yeah.
That art style works, and for that game it works. For the hardware, it works.
It doesn't have to be hyper realistic.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a factor that will. Well, I hope it isn't something that will lead to the demise of the NX.
Hopefully not. I mean, I like it.
Because that was pretty. That was a selling point to some people for deciding between PS4 and Xbox One, and then the Xbox One just got completely destroyed.
Yeah.
This generation, and I honestly don't.
With the whole DRM issues and all that.
Well, yeah, that too. I hope that doesn't happen to NX. They just don't compare them and see like, oh well, this one has, bigger numbers.
We don't want people to be blinded by just pure numbers.
Yeah.
It's like you buy a high horsepower car, but it handles like shit. What's the point? It doesn't make any sense. It handles like shit. It probably wants to kill you. You can't drive straight. You're literally gonna fucking die. You can have that, or you can have a balanced sports car that actually does the job, does multiple jobs really good. It's not a one-trick pony. It's a master of everything. I think people need to see that the Switch isn't really gunning in pure horsepower with the other consoles. We know the fucking Xbox, what is it, Scorpio?
Yeah.
The Scorpio is going to be the beast of this next cycle. That's going to be the biggest console out there. Then we have the PS4 Pro, right? That's already out, right? We've seen already tests where the 4K isn't there yet, as we all knew.
Upscale.
Yeah. The PS4 one is technically upscaled, and apparently the Xbox Scorpio is going to be like legitimate native 4K.
I don't see that happening.
That's what they've been saying. I don't know. I'm skeptical about it. But tech can move a lot between that time, so who knows? Maybe they made a breakthrough. We don't know though, so we got to wait for them to release the Scorpio.
But yeah, the Switch is going to be an entirely different.
It's not in a. I don't want to sound like a fanboy here.
League.
Yeah, like I don't want you guys to take it out of context when I say another league. Like, oh, he's saying it's a fucking better than the Xbox and power and blah 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 blah. He's insulting me. No, it's in a different league of play style and like what the general idea is, what the spirit of the console is. It's going to be something else.
The spirit of the console, the experience.
The experience. It's something different.
It's going to replace both their console and their handheld hardware. Like
they're unifying their structures,
which I've wanted for a long time. Cause
I think it's a great idea.
Because the moment that I bought Smash for both consoles, that I bought Mario Brothers for both consoles, I'm like, man, if only I could just buy it once and have it on both. This is what we've been waiting for.
It's like automakers. A lot of them are moving over to a global unified platform. Where like,
it's a good car analogy.
Yeah. I'm throwing down some car knowledge for you viewers. Toyota is using a new global architecture where like the Camry has the same like stuff that the Corolla uses, or like VW shares a lot of their chassis and stuff across its brand. So it's not like you don't have to redevelop a car every time you want to build one. Like the CUV can have some similarities to the sedan, so you don't have to waste that much R&D. And I think that's a good step from Nintendo, unifying their structures. The Switch would be, the handheld and the home console. Do you think other companies like Sony and Microsoft will try to copy this?
Yes.
Just like the Wiimotes.
Just like Kinect.
PS Move.
They'll have their own different quirks. They'll try to be different, but I think the concept will be fairly similar. Like, I'm sure they'll try to do some. Sony, they're probably like in the best position to do that because they already have the Vita market.
They already have the touchscreen thing.
Yeah, they've been in the handheld market, so they kind of have that experience. Xbox, they've never done handheld.
They do have the the Surface
Oh
tablet.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, but it's not really like the main focus of Xbox, you
Yeah.
know. But it could be if everyone starts to clone Switch, which could happen. I mean,
That'd be interesting.
it's already happened before. PS Move, which I thought was pretty funky looking. Those are just big balls at the end of the control. Like, thanks a lot, Sony. A lot of beautiful memories. Kinect, which was kind of like Big Brother spying on you the whole time. Kind of scary if you think about it. And then you had the Wiimotes, the OGs in the whole equation. But yeah, I think it could do great. It could do, yeah.
Right now they're set up for success.
They're set up for success.
The ball's on their field.
They got it, man. They're like, they got all the right spices in.
Yeah.
Everything's Gucci right now, but not launch.
It all comes down to that final play.
Jesus. Do you think another issue people are bringing up with the Switch is that the whole 4K topic? Do you think that really matters? I don't really think it matters for the Switch.
Yeah, that's never been their focus.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here. Isaac, do you have a 4K TV?
No.
I don't have one either, and I don't know any of my friends that have a 4K TV.
Here's the thing, though. We don't have them yet, but in like a year or two, I think that definitely will become a mainstream thing. I mean, I was out there on Black Friday last year.
He was out there.
And you should have seen the wall. It was literally like, damn, Trump should just build a wall out of these like TVs, because like Best Buy had them stacked, and they were just, people were, in line for that shit.
I'm a cheap ass guys. I just got 1080p recently on a 50-inch, so yeah, I'm barely enjoying the benefits of 1080. So
Well, for people with disposable incomes,
with people that are disposable, with their incomes and stuff, like Isaac says,
I think within the next few years, it definitely will be.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it definitely will be something that it's talked about. But again, for Nintendo, for
I don't
Switch,
think-
they don't.
even
that's
if
not their
that does
focus.
become a huge problem with Switch, I think Nintendo they'll just release like a Switch Pro,
Yeah.
like just continue off the hype of the Switch,
just
like Sony's doing right
yeah,
now.
exactly. The PS4 Pro, it's not true 4K, but it's upscale.
It's like, hey, look, we're doing 4K.
Gets the job done.
Give us the money. Another issue. Now this is just getting ridiculous. I feel like we're going gog over resolutions for no reason at all. Like, they're saying 8K is going to be playing into the factory pretty soon.
No,
And I'm like, okay, maybe if you're like a hardcore PC gamer and all that.
there actually are 8 like cameras that capture. I think there's a company called Red.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they make
Yeah.
movie cameras and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen their
so,
work.
I don't know. Maybe if you're like a crazy content creator, then we're
Hey man, the
photographer or
YouTube money
something.
better be fucking good if that you're spending like thousands on that camera.
That is, I mean, we're barely getting to 4K right now. I think maybe for regular TV, sure, but for gaming, that we gotta wait for 4K at least. Like,
Definitely.
that's not even.
And
a
then
question
there's
right
something
now.
else that's been recently reintroduced into the gaming scene. It's been here before and it's failed. And I think you know what it is. VR technology. Do you think it's gonna take off, or do you think it's gonna be forgotten once again?
Right now, based off how people are reacting to to
Something funny just happened. Okay.
to PlayStation VR and to Oculus, it's not looking.
It's not looking
good.
Gucci right now, guys.
It looks like it's just gonna be another 3D glasses.
Honestly, that 3D fab
movement.
is stupid.
I think it'll stay though, just not as big as some people thought it would be. What will really take off is AR. That's kind of like what people are just saying.
Like HoloLens.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I think it's a mixture of the two, like VR, AR.
Yeah, like right now, like it's not ready for consumers yet, because you got to pretty much dedicate an entire room.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
you
Like,
gotta spend like
I
hundreds
mean,
of dollars.
we got Oculus already selling consumer-ready products, but that doesn't mean exactly like it's viable yet. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta have like a beefy rig, right, for some of these to work, and you gotta have the wires attached to yourself, to the headset and all that, to your PC and all that. You need a bunch of ports and all that. And then some of them have sensors you need to mount at your walls. It's just
it's too convoluted right now. I
Yeah.
think Sony's probably doing it the best. I haven't used any of the systems, but from what I've heard, Sony has
the Morpheus or the
yes,
PSVR.
the PSVR. That is probably the best consumer grade, I guess, hardware. It's the most consumer friendly.
It makes sense if you think about it though, because Sony's a games company.
Yeah, it's a console.
Yeah.
They understand that, you know, you can't.
Well, not like
have
Sony,
it.
the entire company's games. I know they make other electronics and
PlayStation,
shit, but like
PlayStation.
Sony PlayStation, like that division, they know what they're doing. They've done games and shit before. Did you see the patent drawing of the VR Switch?
Dude, I mean, Nintendo's always.
They
Here's
always
the
have
thing.
some wacky patents. Like,
Here's the thing: they're always behind on everything, but at the same time, they're ahead of the curve. It's weird.
like the 64 disc drive. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Have you heard about? Yeah. It was a peripheral you would attach to the N64, and you would be able to play discs apparently. And there's some prototypes out there still if you search them up on YouTube, and there was some games made for it, and they're really fucking rare. And if you find one, you might get a little rich off of it.
Yeah, so like they're always behind in that their network, it's pretty weak compared to Sony's and
Definitely, it's
and
not on par with the
Microsoft's Sony.
Xbox Live. Or
Yeah.
the PSN.
Their, you know, the hardware is always behind, but at the same time they're always ahead of the curve in that they offer experiences that
Innovation.
Yeah, innovation that
That's the magic word people like to throw around with Nintendo. Innovation.
they are definitely innovators.
They are.
So they have those two quirks.
You know what? I think it's just one of those useless patents, you know. Well, not useless patents, but like, it's just gonna be one of those ones they just, you know.
They have it just to have it.
They
but
just, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think they're gonna put it into practice. We haven't heard anything from the Switch that says it's VR capable. I do think there's something we don't know yet still, because I feel like there's a secret we don't know about the Switch yet.
we'll see on
Like,
Thursday.
I don't know. There's
2 days.
There could be something up with the Switch that we don't know about. Maybe there's something else we don't know. Because everything's just been from leaks and stuff.
Yeah.
Not Nintendo official. We need to see, you know, hey, maybe there's something we don't. Maybe it is VR compatible. Maybe Nintendo does VR right. And I think a lot of people are expecting VR to be like a seamless transition. It's not. We need time to adjust and, you know, develop it.
Yeah, it's going through growing pains right now.
People are like, oh my god, why isn't it like the fucking Nerve gear from SAO? Oh my god, Kirito, oh my god, I want to be, like, come on, like, that shit's not going down in the next 10 years, guys. Like, what we have right now is, the HTC Vive, the Oculus, what else is out? The Samsung, the PlayStation VR, the Samsung Gear VR.
Oh yeah, Gear VR I think is also
I think Gear
done
VR is
fairly
really
well.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty accessible. You just pop your phone in.
What I think VR's biggest problem is going to be, I guess its downfall, it's going to be the fragmentation.
Of not an open system, like a unified system between platforms.
Yeah, because I mean, there's already like, you know, exclusives.
Yeah.
For certain, so it's like kind of like that, like where, oh, you know, you can get this experience, but you can't get it on this other platform.
Like, you can get it on Vive, but not on Oculus.
So yeah, you're like forced to choose, like, oh, what do I want to have? And yeah, they're fragmenting, and I think it's gonna hurt them in the end. Because ever since Facebook acquired Oculus, that's kind of like...
I mean, that was a big-ass red flag, I think.
Yeah.
Another thing, going back to your fragmentation idea with the whole third parties, like the whole exclusivity thing, I think another issue is a lot of these guys are just developing for their own shit. Like, HTC Vive, we're only going to focus on Vive. Oculus, only on Oculus. PlayStation, only on PlayStation. Samsung Gear VR, we're only going to do Samsung Gear shit, even though it's powered by Oculus. I don't think, you know, if there's like a unified, if they don't have like a unified code, developers are going to have a lot harder time to work on each system. Like, maybe the requirements for a Samsung Gear VR aren't the same as they are on Oculus Rift, and maybe Oculus Rift is completely different than what PlayStation VR is. There are going to be different philosophies that are going to be clashing against every developer every time they try to port over their VR game. If they don't, like, find a mid-ground on, like, how to, like,
a unified language.
Yeah, a unified language. That's it right there. If they don't find that, I think they're going to have a bitch-ass time bitching about, because they don't know what the hell, you know, how to port everything. They're going to be like, okay, Rift version coming next week. Vive is coming in 2 months. And yeah, that's how bad shit starts. That's how fanboy wars start.
But some of these companies, like that's what they want. They want to have that excellence. Like, oh, we have the software experience,
But I
and
think
you guys don't.
the greediness is that's gonna fuck them up too.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing points, Isaac?
Well, I mean, we kind of went off a tangent, starting off with how NX will fail.
Yeah.
And now we're on VR.
I think this turned into a Nintendo discussion in general.
Just a general discussion.
Guys, I will be splitting up this video into like 2 parts because it's running like 25 plus minutes right now, which isn't bad. We're saying what we want to say, the important shit, So why make it short and not say any of that good stuff? So I'm gonna port it over into like 2 parts, so you guys can click on one, click on the other, or don't click on one at all, whatever the hell you want. Isaac, back to you. What were you saying?
It's interesting. Interesting times.
Interesting times.
And we haven't even talked about AI, artificial intelligence, which I think will be even bigger than VR.
In gaming, though?
In gaming?
I haven't really thought about that in gaming. Like, I thought that's more like of a world issue, though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's for another
maybe
commentary for a different time.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about Google Daydream.
I don't even know what the hell that is. What?
That's Google's
AI?
No, that's Google's VR.
Google Daydream.
And it's actually it's actually like $80. It's super affordable. You just need to have a VR ready phone, and you just like pop it in.
Hey man, like I'm kind of dubious. Like the last VR headset from Google was a cardboard box.
Yeah.
I don't know where their R&D is going.
Trust me, it looks pretty legit. Like it's made out of like felt. This like nice material.
All right. If it's like like nice soft touch materials, like a high class Mercedes Benz, and maybe
people have been complaining though that it doesn't have like that strap that goes on top.
I think Oculus has one though.
Yeah, and it kind of like sits on your face a little bit.
Well, that's a topic for for another
anyway,
video though. We will get to that one on our technology ideas and
digress.
Stuff. Yes, but yeah, commentary's ending. This little discussion on how the Switch will fail. Maybe.
Don't think it will though.
Don't think it will though. That's a big one. I don't think it will. Could maybe though. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to watch any other videos, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to my The Legend of Zelda Adventure series I'm starting. Episode 2 is already out. Watch Dogs episode is coming soon. I did record one, but that was just complete garbage, and I'm not gonna upload that. So yeah, quality, man, it matters apparently. Isaac, thank you for being here and doing the comm with me.
My pleasure.
Special shout out to Mr. Triops here, Isaac.
Yo.
And congrats to him also. Isaac has transcended the leads of band. He is let's just say he's in an MLG band now. Let's just leave it at that.
An MLG drum corps.
An MLG drum corps. That's all we can say right now. He has his agent might get mad at me, but yeah, Isaac, thanks a lot for coming, pal. We're going to end this commentary right here, guys. If you like the video.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Guys, if you like the video, don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Let us know what you guys think about it. And next video, I don't know what it's going to be about. It's going to be about Watch Dogs Stories Part 2. We don't know yet. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Super Mech Guy out and Triops.
I guess I'm out too.
Yeah.